I know a bad problem when it's coming. And this is a bad problem. Don't Miami my Ponte Vedra.
A proposal for a controversial large-scale project is causing residents to speak out. Liz Ryan reports.
The Ponte Vedra Resort wants to make changes. Some feel those changes are just too big. They've applied to build a planned unit development on 91 acres. Opponents point to a master development plan that shows over an additional 1 million square feet of building space and buildings as tall as 57 feet high. Resident Bill Harris.
We don't want a bunch of tall towers in Ponte Vedra. It does not fit with the character of the area. And all these tall buildings on the coast, like in Miami, they all have implications in terms of sight lines, densities on the coast, so forth and so on.
Traffic is also a concern.
When you add in this additional density, these additional cars, I'm afraid we're going to have ourselves a horrible traffic problem.
He wants this application to be thoroughly reviewed before it's approved.
This planned unit development application contains approximately 30 waivers. And I want the Board of County Commissioners to look at those waivers and decide if those waivers are really necessary or not.
The Ponte Vedra Inn opened its doors in 1928 and has been through a lot of changes. In 1999, they added a clubhouse, a pro shop, 20 guest rooms, and a 3-story parking garage. And Bill isn't opposed to continued progress.
I have no problem with refurbishing, but you do not need to have a PUD in order to do a refurbishment.
We reached out to the Ponte Vedra Corporation for comment but haven't heard back. The Ponte Vedra Zoning and Adjustment Board will be discussing this today at 11 o'clock in the County Auditorium on San Sebastian View. The meeting is open to the public. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Liz Ryan.
This local news is a service of your hometown Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you.
A circuit court judge strikes down Northeast Florida's congressional map and orders a legislative redraw specific to a congressional district in Jacksonville. Vicki Oakes, supervisor of elections for St. Johns County, tells us about the potential impacts.
When maps are redrawn and the lines are moved, they affect other surrounding counties. So it's very, very likely that depending upon the court rulings, if new maps are adopted, that it could very well affect St. Johns County and other surrounding counties in Northeast Florida, not just Duval County.
She says this happened once before in 2016.
The districts were redrawn between our March 16th presidential preference primary and June and candidate qualifying, and that was ruled by the courts. So it has happened in the past. We will anxiously await the rule by the courts and see how this is going to go.
Secretary of State Cord Byrd plans to appeal the judge's ruling. With St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Amy Cherry.
Downtown St. Augustine is a finalist for the Great Places in Florida Award.
St. Augustine's downtown's been named as one of 3 finalists in the Florida chapter of the American Planning Association's 10th Annual Great Places in Florida Award. The award program focuses on unique, memorable places that work for the good of their community and attract people to visit them. Julie Courtney, Historic Preservation Officer for St. Augustine.
This year's theme is Great Resilient Places. So they want to see a place that embodies the ability to thrive amidst challenging conditions and to conserve resources for present and future generations.
The winner will be announced on Monday, October 2nd. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
And now you're up to date with St. Augustine's Local Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.